Hi Gemini, I hope you guys are doing well. So this is for those of you with Gemini and your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. It's my intention that this reading is for whenever you view it, that this is information and insight into your situation right now. So if the information I say, if it rings a bell for you, then this is probably your reading. And if none of it makes sense to you, it might not be your reading right now. And it could always be past energy, right? Because energy is fluid. So, Gemini, I've already pulled some oracle cards and we're going to get into the tarot on cam together. I took some notes, just a few, in regards to your energy. And I wrote down, clarity will come once you accept where you are right now. So you could be feeling a little bit stuck in your life or in regards to a certain situation. It might feel stuck or like you're at an impasse or something like that, that you can't figure out. There could be something that you can't figure out. And I'm just getting spirit is like, well, once you can be happy no matter what is going on in your life, then you're going to find the solution. When you're focused on the problem, you're not going to see the solution, right? You're just perpetuating more of the problem. And don't get stuck on what's wrong. Trust that all is well. Trust that everything's going to work itself out, that this is just part of your journey right now. And you're good. You are good, Gemini. So we have navigating by the stars, follow your bliss. I do feel like, this reminds me of the moon card in a way, because I did feel not really anxiety. Some of you could be feeling anxiety. It was very faint. But the moon card, and this aggravates me. I mean, I'm a Pisces, maybe that's why it aggravates me. But the moon card for a lot of Pisceans, it's not about fear. It's about facing that fear. And when you're out in the dark, it's not like when you're out when the sun is shining, right? And everything is illuminated. You can see everything for what it is. The moonlight casts shadows on things. And it's often a reflection of, like, if you hold fear within, things are going to scare you in the dark. If you're somebody who's at peace within, most likely you're not going to be seeing those kind of shadows that scare the shit out of you, right? It's kind of that kind of energy. And I feel like it's really important at this time to be grateful, to show gratitude, and to point your focus in that direction, what you're grateful for. That is what your focus should be on, what makes you happy, your bliss. Because I do feel like follow the navigating by the stars, things could just be a little bit murky for you at this time. And we do have underneath the deck, wandering path, enjoy the journey. So I mean, like most things are, but especially right now, things are not very linear for you. Things that maybe once were, you're seeing problems in that area or something like that. But the old map, it's interesting. There's a map on this card, and then navigating by the stars. There is no compass that you can use in this situation. There's no map to tell you what road to turn on or any of that. It's about going with the flow of your emotions. How do you feel? What's making you happy, right? And we have the Holy Mountain here coming out in the Mystical Shaman deck. And underneath the deck you have the Hummingbird. So we've got 25 and 26. Very, synchronistic there. Oh, okay. I thought that was 27. It's 37 was the next card. Oh, and it's the moon. What was I saying about how that card reminded me of the moon? So yeah, it's a cyclical thing going on. Yeah, there's something about seeing things from the big picture, from the broader, yeah, like I said, seeing the big picture of things. I'm like confusing myself. There's something about you may feel very small in a situation, or like you don't hold much power in the grand scheme of something, but I feel like you do. There's something about taking your personal power back and valuing your emotions and your feelings and your thoughts at this time. So let's get into the tarot, Gemini. Let's see, Gemini. 3 cards. Yeah, we've got the 5 of Cups. Strength. Leo energy. We're in Leo season right now, and we have the Hierophant, Taurus energy, which is your neighbor. We have Justice, the Tower, and the 4 of Wands underneath the deck. So this is like the reason for the reading, or what could be going on behind the scenes for you right now. I do feel like something that has been imbalanced, you know, is going to be changing, is going to be ending. But the 4 of Wands is a celebration. It's crossing a finish line. It's a happy card. I don't remember who else I pulled the Tower for, and it was a good Tower. A lot of times, you know, we don't see the Tower as a good thing in the moment, and it scares us when we see it in a tarot reading, right? But it's actually something that's not working. Spirit is bringing it down, right? It can even be like clearing a blockage. And I do feel like justice is cause and effect. And when I don't read reversals, but I'm kind of getting like something that's not fair, something that's not working like it should or used to and will not. You're having to let it go. King of Pentacles has to do, and the 4 of Swords has to do with something that has brought you a lot of comfort, and may have been in your life for a very long time. I do see you feeling, you know, this is disappointment. This is things not working the way you want it to. It's feeling emotionally drained. You could have suffered some kind of loss, Gemini, or you feel I just heard you feel betrayed in some kind of way, but that doesn't have to be like another person. It could even be like some of you are mad at, you know, the way something is going in general. And strength here, I talked about like finding your personal power again and standing strong in a situation. This is like solar plexus energy. This is your inner strength, finding that at this time. And the Hierophant, which is really interesting. There could be a relationship that this is in regards to, or some kind of belief that you've had for a very long time. This talks about also leveling up, Gemini. So you could be like, sometimes the Hierophant can be like, you know, there's 3 levels to the Hierophant. So you could be going through some kind of test, which this is saying, know your personal value and your strength. You are very valuable, Gemini, and to the whole grand scheme of everything. That's why you came here. And you are ascending to the next level, which the Holy Mountain, this is like definitely ascending to the next level. This is kind of reminds me of the Hermit, but not so. I mean, I do see some sadness here in your energy, but this is like pulling the focus back and away. And let's pull some more cards. So give me some more on this 5 of Cups for Gemini. Whatever this is, you're going to be fine, Gemini. It's some kind of disappointment in the moment. If some of you have suffered a major loss, that's not what I'm seeing, but if you have, I'm sorry. Let's see, the 5 of Cups for Gemini. Yeah, we've got the 9 of Wands, the King of Cups, and the 9 of Pentacles. You could be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but the Nine of Wands is this wounded warrior energy, right? It's somebody who, the Nine of Wands and the Five of Cups together, it's like you've faced many obstacles, many disappointments. You're still pushing. It's a hard energy, but the Nine of Wands, you're almost there, right? And usually, you know, on this Five of Cups, it's like she is dumping all these cups down this, you could say, down the drain, right? And cups represent emotions, so things that have been disappointing for you emotionally, and not fulfilling. There's still this huge, there's this bigger, they're singing bowls in this, but it's the biggest singing bowl here, and it's right behind her. There is something right behind you. Once you turn around, once you let go of this energy right here, and you move towards what makes you happy, follow your bliss, that's when you're going to see it, and you're going to feel like the King of Cups is Scorpio energy, but the King of Cups is an energy of standing strong in the face of strong emotions, right? Being able to handle that. And the Nine of Pentacles is a very abundant energy. It's pre-Empress energy. Even though this is a cup, water in general is a feminine energy. And I do feel like, you know, the King of Cups has this peace and this calm no matter what is going on around them. I feel like you're being guided to find that within yourself right now, Gemini. But I do see prosperity coming your way for sure. Some of you could find yourself single at this time, like maybe a relationship has ended, and I feel like in the moment it feels very disappointing and it feels very sad, and it is, but this is a time for you to find your inner strength and to find the value within yourself on your own, right? Why strength for Gemini? The Hanged Man, the Four of Wands, and the Tower. It did want to come out. Give me one more on this Tower. The Nine of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Two of Cups. Very positive Tower, Gemini. This is really nice because, I mean, the Two of Cups is soulmate energy, right? It could be a friendship, an actual relationship in your life, or coming into your life, that's really lighting you up. It could be the relationship that you have with yourself as well. The Two of Cups can be finding that harmony within, like you and your higher self coming into alignment. If this doesn't have to be with, you know, like a soulmate kind of energy. And like I said, soulmates do not have to be romantic. It can be just a really strong connection in your life. I do feel like the Hanged Man, you've been feeling stagnant is what I'm getting here. You've gotten stuck in a stagnancy or stuck looking at something from every single angle, trying to figure out the why of it or something like that. And I do feel like there's something coming in here very suddenly that is pulling you out of it, and it's very nice. The Four of Wands is a celebratory energy. It is, you know, harmony within relationships. It's stability, making something stable. So where there, you know, I could definitely see that here. If something's not stable in your life, you're finding something that is stable for you. And it's going to happen really quick, and it's going to change your perspective. And the Ace of Wands can be, like you had the Nine of Wands here, which is being at the end of your rope and being tired and just facing a lot of challenges. you're coming back to the beginning again, and you're feeling very energized. And the Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment. It's that kind of happiness that emanates from inside of you. This is that happiness I was talking about, where you can be happy no matter what is going on around you. There could be someone in your life who is helping you to find that within yourself. Yeah, the Chariot and the Five of Swords underneath the deck, the High Priestess. I definitely feel like you're moving on from something that made you feel really defeated. Something that was not fair. I keep getting that, like, something's not fair. Why the Hierophant for Gemini? The Hierophant for Gemini. The Queen of Swords, the Moon, and the Seven of Pentacles. So the Queen of Swords is about clarity, right? She's very discerning. She's looking at this moon. So like the moon is something that is hidden, that you can't figure out. It doesn't have to be something on the outside of you, though. It can also be something subconscious. And the Seven of Pentacles, though, it's like trying to form a plan. The Queen of Swords is looking at something, and she doesn't have all the details to take action yet to make a plan. But I feel like there's something about being fearless. You don't need to know all the details, Gemini, is what I'm getting. I get that from the hummingbird as well, especially from this deck. What I always remember from this card is that the hummingbird is very small, but it's very fearless. It's fearless. It's small yet fearless. And they're drawing me back to that. So like, and the Hierophant, there's something in the Bible, which you don't have to be religious, but I grew up, with those teachings. And if you have the faith of a mustard seed, so a mustard seed is very tiny. So the Bible talks about, if you have the faith of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. Gosh, and you have the holy mountain. I love it. I love the synchronicity. So it's like and this is your energy, Gemini, it's like if you have the faith of a mustard seed, even though you can't really see all the details right now, you're going to be able to get through this. Give me more on the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, the Three of Wands, waiting. The Knight of Cups, and the World. So this is something that has to do with your emotions, right? With the Knight of Cups, it's, generally that's like the Knight in Shining Armor card. So maybe you could have a Knight in Shining Armor coming in here for you. And I could see somebody helping you find this happiness and joy within yourself. But I really feel like there's something that's stabling your emotions coming in at this time. The World, something is coming to completion, a successful completion. The Seven of Pentacles can be like you've planted seeds, you're nurturing them, but you haven't had the harvest yet, right? There could be something in your life that you've been working on or putting energy into. It could even be a relationship, but maybe it hasn't stabilized yet. Maybe it hasn't, there hasn't been like there's no stability, like real stability there. And the Moon, there could be anxiety about that. You're looking at this and you're like, when is it going to bear fruit for real? When is it going to be stable for me? Balance out, justice, give back, cause and effect. Give back as much as I'm giving. And I feel like you're very emotionally invested in this. I do feel like Three of Wands, it is coming in, and it's about having faith. So that is what I have for you, Gemini. I hope you have a really great August. Bye.